All right, today, fellas, we're talking about food. We're talking about a meal plan that can help with your erections. Something that you can have on the regular that's going to keep you make sure you have some good wood. And today we're talking about this because you are what you eat. That's not just a saying. When it comes to you being able to have erections, well, you need to have the energy that comes from the foods that you eat. Now, let me tell you why you need to get this right now. Pay attention. So I have a client who's 31 years old and I have a client who's 51 years old. What's the main difference? Both of them got family, both of them got kids, but the guy who's 31, he's finding out what he needs to do to change his life right now. The guy who's 51, he should have been figuring it out at 31 because he went through the torture of the wife leaving and then she's coming back and he's still not functioning correctly. You don't want those issues. You want to eat the food that makes sure that you're good for 31 to 51 to 71 and on. Because when it comes down to it, if you're having ED issues, one of the biggest culprits is your pattern of eating the wrong foods. And we're going to clear it up, take care of that today. And hey, my name is Brian, aka Uncle Bill. For the past 23 years, I've been a men's performance coach with Goodwood, formerly known as African Fly. And as a coach, I get this question all the time. That's the reason why I have several videos on foods and supplements and the things you should eat and drink, but never had it compiled all together. We got it here today. And specifically, we're going to talk about the main reasons why you need a meal plan like this. We're going to talk about those anti-inflammatory foods, the foods you should avoid. And we're going to talk about some things you may have never heard before when we're talking about how to eat and the other little nuances you need to know about to get the most out of your meal. And I want you to stay tuned till the end so I can show you how to get right here. We're talking about the Goodwood meal plan and the grown man's grocery list. Yeah, I got it all listed out for you so you can get to it. And of course, if you like what you hear, go ahead, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And of course, what I'm gonna do, it's like I had some food around here, I'm gonna break it down till it cannot be broken anymore. Now let's talk about what is the type of foods that you need to eat that's going to heal you from having erection issues or erectile dysfunction. The number one thing is to get anti-inflammatory food into your gut. And the reason why this is important is because it's directly linked to your testosterone. The bursting and burning testosterone is what fuels an erection. A study in the Journal of Urology on the association between dietary and inflammatory index and sex hormones among men showed that out of 4,000 men, the ones with a high inflammation meals had a 29% lower testosterone score than the guys who didn't. And for my big guys, formerly like me, I understand what's going on, but 59% lower testosterone. Yeah, you need to be eating correctly. So let's go over the basics real quick. There is no one food or supplement that's just gonna magically increase your testosterone, get rid of your erections. This is an ongoing lifetime process, which means basically you have to be consistent. You don't have to do this all at once, but you do want to get to a point in your life where this is just on autopilot. A couple of things about this meal plan: it avoids processed foods and it avoids meat. Let's get right to it. It is heavy on the fruits, the plants, the vegetables, and that is because if you're eating meats, it's actually going to cause more problems. So just like a person who had lung cancer, you would say, stop smoking. If you're having erection issues, you got to say, stop eating the meats. This is especially true for my guys. As you get older, it becomes more of a problem. So yeah, this meal plan is designed for people who have problems. I do have some vegan treats in there though. Some vegan food, just so you know, you can make your transformation from eating meats all the time to, getting to more plant-based. Now, a couple of things, I'm going to tell you how you're supposed to eat. Now, I know that sounds strange, but there's some things you may not know. What you eat first after you break your fast, breakfast, after you break your fast, can set up how you feel for the rest of the day in terms of what else you want to eat. So if you're eating sugary foods, it's going to come back. Your stomach's going to say, hey, I want some more sugar. That sugar was good. If you're eating some other junk, you're thinking, I need some more junk. That's because you pre-programmed your stomach for that. That's the reason whenever I break my fast, the first thing I do is eat some sea moss. And the reason for that is because it's so full of nutrition that my body's now saying, oh, okay, at the very least, we got the nutrition part going on first. Another thing you may not know, brushing your teeth can break your fast. If you have those sugary toothpaste, I don't understand why it's sugary, but if you have sugary toothpaste, it's going to cause you to think about having, I should be avoiding this donut, but I'm just craving it now. It's because of the toothpaste. Baking soda. Gotta go with baking soda. Also, you need to put your body into rest and digest mode whenever you're starting to eat. That is the reason why throughout humanity, different cultures, it was always praying before eating. It wasn't just blessing the food, it was actually putting yourself into rest and digest mode. You need to be there. Otherwise, if you're stressed and you're eating, you're driving, you have that hamburger right there, your body's consuming the food, but it's not digesting it, sitting around, turning into fat and other issues. May not necessarily be praying, but get your little meditation on, and also go ahead, set yourself up like a king. You want to make sure that you have, a good looking meal that just relaxes you as well. It shouldn't be coming out of a plastic bag. That's just not good. You need something like, get your little Goodwood mug. The food is so much better. Also, you want to chew your food until it's all the way liquid so it goes down. We don't do this enough. You literally sometimes have to put the fork down in between chewing just so you don't get into that habit of just constantly eating like this. You're not chewing the food, it's getting to your system, takes longer to break down, causes more problems. Now, I went through all of that, and I know you guys are like, what's the meal plan? Well, hold on one more second. We want to give you the meal plan, but it's so much to go over. I want to make sure you get these important parts first. That's the reason why I have the whole stuff written down. So let's go ahead and start with breakfast. Breakfast in the West is a death trap. We got the eggs, bacon, scrapple, pancake, milk, all of this stuff is not good for your stomach. It's not good for your erections. So if you're going to go ahead with breakfast, get your oatmeal on, not the sugar pack oatmeal, regular oatmeal, and then you can go ahead and add in different fruits, maybe some rice milk, just so you have it to the way that you like it. You can be consistent with it. Also, you want to add a lot of salads into your meals. Sometimes you should eat a salad to break your fast. That way your body's getting all the nutrients, it's feeling fuller. You're actually going to eat better, be in more control of your hunger throughout the day. For lunch, you can go with something like quinoa and broccoli, maybe just a roasted sweet potato to go along with that. For snacks, go with the fruits, apples, bananas. You can get some nuts in there too. And for dinner, hey, for the guys who are like, hey, this is just so much vegetables and stuff all at once, maybe for dinner you want to go with a vegan lasagna, a vegan pasta, something like that. Something that's not as bad for your body, but it's filling so you can make your transition. And really quick, the foods to avoid: sugar, cow's milk, high-fat meals, alcohol, soy-based foods, white refined flour, canned and packaged soups, mayonnaise, all fried foods, pickles. That was a shocker to me. Pickles? Yeah, pickles, and of course, ice cream. Now, everything else I could go through this list and read it, just make the video very long. But that's the reason why I have it on the grown man's grocery list. But we're talking about basically the fruits: strawberries, blueberries, watermelons, things like that. Of course, we got nuts, pistachios, walnuts, hazelnuts, almonds, and the leafy greens, the arugula, the spinach, getting all the way into the other vegetables, bell peppers, asparagus. All of these things are designed for your body, guys. Go ahead and get it. The thing is to be consistent. To be consistent. Do this, set it in your mind that at some point in my life, I'm going to be like this every day. That's the only way you're going to be 81 and still have good wood. And most importantly, go ahead and click on the link below. It's going to take you directly to the site where you can get the list, and you can print it out, put it on your refrigerator, let the wifey know, like, hey, go ahead and go from this list. We need to cut out the potato chips if you want me to. So yes, sir, that's what we have for you. Hey, this is Uncle B saying, get your game up and go hard. Peace out.